early Sunday morning. I just want to say something that it's just kind of prohibiting me from moving on with my day. Just some thoughts. It's not really good or bad. It's just more annoyances. Y'all remember back in the day when Ice Cube was with West Side Connection and he had that bar. He said hip hop started in the West. I think I know what that shit mean now. Now I don't even know if he even thought about it on this level, but I want to say something, and I want to be as blatant and open as possible because I've lost complete respect for everything East Coast and New York because you've lost our respect for everything that's true in hip hop. Um, Ice Cube said hip hop started in the West, and that's where the love for that's where the real true love in hip hop came to be. That's where, when it come to the West, we showed it love. We loved all those New York rappers openly, had open minds. Even the shit that we wasn't really feeling, they could still come out to to uh, to the West Coast and perform. Um, whether it was graffiti, whether it was DJing, whether it was rapping, breakdancing, if it come from New York, if it was something when it landed on the West Coast and we put our spin on it, we gave it back to the world, and then it could have went down south. That's probably why you have the Ghetto Boys and Scarface and Gangsta Nip and Bushwick Bill and Big Mike and Jay Prince, how he did all that, and then the other factions that happened down there in the South. Um, the connection between the South and the West has always been beautiful because most of our grandmamas lived down south. So during the summer when we were out of school, we would have our family reunions down south. And we would go down there and we would get acclimated with our family down south. We loved our family down south. Not to say that, on the East Coast, they didn't do the same thing, I'm sure it was grandmamas, the East Coast folks had grandmamas down in Louisiana and Tennessee and Texas that they would go see ever so often. The point I'm trying to make is that hip hop started in the West. That's when real true love for the culture started. We could put our own spin on it. See what's going on right now with hip hop, which is really sad and disappointing to me, is that the entitlement that these East Coast artists have, and not even artists, because now we got social media and everybody has a chance to say something. It don't be the rappers. Well, it actually, yes, it is the rappers, but really the hatred and the venom comes from just the regular people who will sit around and create content for rage bait, which I got sucked into it yesterday. A dude came on this internet yesterday and questioned the validity of whether Dr. Dre is making his own music or not. Like, ain't nobody gonna say nothing about DJ Premier or Rockwilder or Havoc or none of these other Eric Sermon, none of these other big time producers that happen to come from New York. Because they're from New York, they're just supposed to be solidified, and we're just supposed to believe that they are and do what they do at all times. But when it comes to the West Coast, when it comes to the South, it's the asterisks and the questions and the looking down. You know what New York East Coast niggas look like right now? Do you know what they are? New York East Coast niggas are the brand new white racist people who hate black people simply because of who they are, because of what they look like. New York East Coast dudes hate everything that ain't New York because it ain't New York. They're closed-minded, entitled, and They hate everything that don't got their name on it because niggas stopped worshiping y'all years ago. We don't give a fuck about what LL Cool J did with I Need Love. You wanna know why? Because we have an Ice Cube. We have a Kendrick Lamar. We have a Game. We have a Snoop Dogg and Corrupt and Dog Pound. We have a Too Short. We have an E40. We have our own over here. There is nothing that a New York rapper has, or a New York DJ, or graffiti artist, or breakdancer. There is nothing that we have that you have. There's nothing you have that we need. There's nothing a New York nigga has that a Southern motherfucker needs. They have their own graffiti down there. They have their own breakdancing and DJing. They even have their own style of DJing, the screwed up shit down there. New York is making themselves obsolete when it comes to hip hop, and it's sad. And I wasn't trying to diss LL or none of those folks, because I know a lot of those folks now live out west. Hove lives in LA. You know, like I've seen the old Onyx video where Fredro Starr was talking about how great it is to live out west. It's only, it's just disappointing that I even have to make a video like this, and I hate making a video like this, but there's no reason on earth in 2025 that a New York individual can look down on anything after everything that everybody else has done to contribute to help build hip-hop into what it is. You don't own it. And we're tired of you. And if we can just carve New York completely out and throw that shit in the Atlantic Ocean with tons of acid to where you guys never exist anymore, because hip-hop is so much better without you. Then I said that. I definitely said that. Because you've been so disrespectful over the years. You're the reason why we don't have Tupac and Biggie. It's not because of what Hit 'Em Up or this song from, it's because of your passive aggressiveness, thinking that just because you're from New York, that can't nobody do it like you. If it's not New York, it's not authentic. This is what Tupac was saying all along. And this is what made, this is why Ice Cube probably said hip hop started in the West, because when it finally came out here, hip hop was home. It was home. It wasn't a New York thing. It was a black thing. Hip hop ain't never been New York. It's always been black. If Kool Herc came from North Dakota, we wouldn't even be discussing New York. I just won't, I'm tired of it. I want us to be able to unite, because we have something great going on. Yeah, we got an orange motherfucker in the White House, and they're actually out here talking about, the vice president just said, we have to stop apologizing for being white. You know what that means? That means that they can just go out and burn up black cities now. They can go out and call us the N-word in our face. They can go out of their way to do wild shit to us. They're encouraging this now. And hip-hop right now could stand up and be like, yo, this is foul. This is what hip-hop was for. Hip-hop was the opposition to white supremacy. You dumbass East Coast New York niggas, y'all don't get that. It's sad, all of y'all. We're gonna bring New York back. Ebro saying that 50 Cent destroyed hip-hop in New York. 50 Cent say Ebro. Who gives a fuck about either one of y'all? And you know what? I love Ebro. He from the Bay. And I think that was just a part of him being you know how cool it is for a Bay Area nigga to be a part of the biggest fucking New York radio station. I know they hated that shit. To hear this West Coast niggas talking through their airwaves every day. And they're glad Ebro's gone. And you know what? Ebro needs to fucking come back home. Fuck New York.